Welcome to the Gilded Troll Play Sky King's Tomb. Today is episode 7 or 19 by Jordan Reckoning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Tight. When last we left off, Krohan had some emotional distress because Grom is an anger dwarf. Hence today's episode, emotional distress
Grom
anger
doesn't
dwarf.
have any.
Oh, there should be a comma there. Okay, emotional distress, comma, anger dwarf. Got it.
um, Jordan, do you wanna summarize how the fuck we got here?
Well, we had a fight. Not the dwarves, but like a bigger fight against a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We killed some, what are they called? Zolgaths. And, a mimic ate one of them.
Did we ever succeed on the recall knowledge to know that that was a mimic, or
You
is that
actually
just?
did not. I erroneously revealed its nature. I had been coyishly referring to it as a shape changer. Um, but this is not the first time that I have inadvertently revealed a mimic. Um, this predates the Gilded Troll. Actually, it doesn't predate the Gilded Troll the tavern, but it predates the Gilded Troll the stream. But back when we were playing Waterdeep Dragon Heist, we did what I called Weekend in Waterdeep, which was the plan was to play the entirety of Dragon Heist in a weekend. And to do that, it was going to be 12 hours on Saturday, 12 hours on Sunday. And I added a pretty beefy chapter 2 that involved like 3 months of them just running, building, growing the tavern, getting a bunch of different benefits from doing so. And throughout it, they had this rival tavern on the opposite side of the alleyway that largely catered to halflings. And they basically, they nearly drove this other tavern out of business. And the halfling proprietor wheels over a keg as a peace offering, and I, the DM, accidentally said, I'd like you to have this mimic as a peace offering. And the players were like, what? And in my defense, I'd been DMing for 11 hours at that point.
Oops.
Oops.
I'd like you to have this mimic as a peace offering.
Yeah.
A plus, no notes.
Yeah, no. The plan was for the keg to be just like put under the bar, and then for the mimic to just go ape shit and start eating patrons, and then I was gonna be like this whole thing, like how much is your reputation damaged?
Your Yelp review.
Yeah, like how much is your reputation damaged by like how many patrons died in the time that it took you to subdue the mimic, and I was just like, okay, yeah, that halfling is going to jail now, and that's the end of your problems. And we'll pick this up tomorrow. I'm gonna go to sleep. So, yeah, at one point, I said Zib Zeb was a mimic, and I was like, oh fuck, I did it again.
I will say in this instance, I distinctly recall failing every recall knowledge check so hard that I'm just like, it will not impact Baroom in any way, shape, or form. They're just like shape-changing altars, man.
Yep, whatever. Sometimes altars are just shape changers. No big deal. So anyway.
So
anyway, in killing the priest, the or whatever they were, the leader of the Zolgaths, we were able to reclaim the dagger we were looking for. And Krohan wanted it, but Grom got it, and Grom was not going to give it to the person who lost it. So, we had a minor argument, and Krohan stormed off to go find the pommel gem alone in a dark cave where we were told that there was a haunting.
Yep. This went fantastically for everybody.
Yeah, he did something rash in a moment of anger, which is totally shocking and not at all predictable in any way. And Baroom's like, Well, fuck it up. Obviously.
Who could have predicted such a thing?
Yeah, he got his ass kicked in the process, and then he huffily sat down to start bandaging his own wounds. And that's where we left off. So now we're going to do an awkward, preferably less than 15 minutes, of figuring out exactly how long it takes everyone to bandage all their wounds.
Baroom doesn't help at all.
Really.
I don't know how much anyone else can help because we only have the one healer's kit.
I have one.
Don't you have
Oh, you
slap
do?
mud on
Never
it?
mind.
Yeah.
I don't have slap mud on it today. I have instant shower.
Got it. Which came in super useful with the mud wretches.
It did. I took out 2 monsters that fight.
Yep.
With a cantrip.
So Krohan is going to try and treat his own damn wounds because he's a big boy. Killing it. Critical
He's critting,
success.
naturally. It's what Krohans do.
He will either fail miserably or critically succeed. There is no in between.
He only crits.
Who is closer to me right now? Baroom is closer to me, so we'll start with Baroom.
Okay. Oh my god, even Squire's injured.
Yeah, I was going to say, Archie's going to do himself and Squire.
Okay. Keep in mind...
Hey.
Jesus. Okay. Keep in mind that only Grom has continual recovery, so if anyone needs more than 1 treat wounds, it behooves you to let Grom do it, because Grom can do it back to back to back, instead of waiting an hour in between.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming this is a crit off, basically. Like Krohan wraps his wounds like, I don't need you, and Grom's like, I'm not the only one who's good at. You're not the only one who's good at this.
Just tying the bandage a little too tight on Baroom, like, see, I can fucking do it too, asshole.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you're both sitting in a pile of dead cobblemites.
And technically, so as far as we know, 2 alive mud wretches.
Yep.
Oh yeah, no, they're very much alive.
They're very much
But
alive,
they
and they're
eat
very
moisture.
much puddles.
They eat moisture, or they are satiated by moisture and will leave you alone. I wasn't clear on that.
They have a thirst.
Yes. And if
They-
quenched, they will be satiated and like kind
Yeah.
of fuck off.
Yeah. They have a pervasive drive to continue to exist, and desiccation causes them to not exist. And that's basically their only drive in existence.
Yeah, they're mud wretches, not dirt wretches.
Not dust wretches.
Is there a mud scan? There's no mud scan?
It's giving big, like... Oh no!
I was trying that for Squire.
That was for Squire. Okay,
Squire.
so I'll come over and heal
Squires.
you.
Yeah, because I was like, Squire only has like 7 if I roll low. And while Rom's doing that, Archie wants to do the using read aura on the ring and the belt buckle that he picked up.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
And then trying to identify those if they're magical.
Is Matt's audio sounding terrible to anyone else, or is that my headphones?
It went robot.
Oh.
Okay.
Am I still here? Everything good now? Is it
You're good
sounding
You
now.
better?
are still
Yeah.
here, but you did go robot for a
You
second.
did go robot. Yeah, I just wasn't sure if it was me, because I have a decent amount of Bluetooth interference in my headphones, which is really obnoxious. But yeah, so we're using Read Aura on the 2 items. The belt buckle is not magical, as Read Aura will tell you, and the ring is magical, and so therefore we'll give you a +2 circumstance on the Identify Magic check for the item.
Okay, we heal Archie again.
Very nice.
Archie's back to full.
Cool.
Okay.
Where is treat wounds immunity? Like, that's a status I've seen before.
If I do this, you could probably find it. Maybe not.
Yep, there's.
Oh yeah, no, temporarily immune.
I'm just gonna slap that on Squire and Krohan. And then I'm going to go forward 10 minutes and then 10 minutes. Why does it? Oh, that's okay. Yeah. Cool. Okay.
And then it identifies Arcana.
It is
Or
any spellcasting tradition skill. So Arcana, Occultism, Religion, or Nature. And I need to figure out what the DC for this thing is.
Is that is the spellcasting tradition for identify magic or like dictated by the item sometimes, like a druid staff, right?
Sometimes items have a specific spell tradition associated with them, and then you would use that.
You have to.
You have to. But
Okay.
my understanding is that is few and far between. And that the vast majority of the time for items, you can use any spellcasting tradition skill, and you only need to use specific traditions to identify spells. And even then, you can use any tradition that spell belongs to.
Oh, okay. Sick.
Regardless of the tradition through which it was cast. So if a cleric casts, well, that's probably a bad idea. If a bard casts Soothe, please tell me Soothe has more than one tradition. Nope, I suck. Heal. Okay, cool. Yeah, if a bard or if a cleric casts Heal, Druid can still identify it using Nature because it's also a primal spell.
Gotcha. Cool.
So you are able to identify it. Oh damn. There's just a button for me to hit identify. I don't have to like go into it and go to the drop down and demystify. I just hit identify item. Sick. So you are able to identify it as a ventriloquist's wing.
What? Oh, this is so good for a cave.
It would
so
be fantastic for creating a booming voice that emanates from the ceiling of the cave.
Can you heighten spells from rings, from objects?
No, there would be a higher level version of the item that specifies. It would say like ventriloquism second.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
I'm gonna see if
That's pretty fucking cool.
I'm gonna see if that exists. So there is a greater ventriloquist's ring, which gives you a +2 bonus instead of the +1, and a second rank ventriloquism with a higher DC.
Gotcha.
It also makes you. It also allows you to use it any number of times per day instead of once. It's also 670 gold because that's a level 9 item.
So how does this might be something for the sheet, but if I want to craft a greater ventriloquist ring,
Mm-hmm.
could I use the ownership of a ventriloquist ring, like a lesser ring, to like reduce the cost? Like I have this basic ass boring one. I want to make it greater.
Yes. So that is a change that was added to the remaster, which is that if you have an example of or formula for any level of an item, you can use that to craft any other level of that item.
Gotcha. Right.
So modules are still telling me, like, hey, here's a formula for a lesser potion of blah blah blah, and it's like, okay, cool, but that's a formula for minor, lesser, moderate, greater and major, so thanks.
Got you. And I have a witch who's intent on crafting all this shit.
Yep.
Yeah, and then also Archie would like to refocus twice.
So you only have to refocus once, don't you?
Ooh.
Oh no, you get one focus point. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's a feat that gives you all of your focus points back at once.
Okay. So refocusing, do I have to say that I'm refocusing? Is that
yes,
like a...
it is a downtime activity. So your class feature that gives you your focus spell will tell you what you need to be doing in order to focus generally. And if you can find a way to do something else while doing that thing, then you can kind of sort of get two refocuses at the same time. I know the example they give is that clerics can refocus while treating wounds. I don't know what bards and witches refocuses look like. Or druids for that matter, but I assume that's like commune with the earth.
Yeah, for witches it's commune with the familiar.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna take my earrings out since they're kind of pinned against my head by my headphones, and they're stabbing me because they're branch shaped. They're juniper branches.
Writing a new composition
Nice.
or otherwise engaging. Oh, it's the Gilded Juniper.
Yeah, it is.
It's funny that the branches are the ones stabbing you and not the swords you were wearing last week.
Well, I wasn't wearing over-ear headphones. I had earbuds in. But yeah, no, I have Master Sword earrings as well.
Okay. So yeah, Baroom would in one of those, because they got nothing else to do. Refocus. Sorry, I forgot that I used a focus spell. I haven't done that before.
Grom, did you use your focus spell? You did use your focus spell.
I did. I killed the big guy.
Right. Yep, the basilisk. You dumped it down the fucking tunnel by opening a separate tunnel. Yep. Mm-hmm.
What a fucking... You know that thing, like, where as players you've asked us, like, guys, if I obviously give you an adventure, please go on it. Like, we have the tacit agreement, whatever. Yeah. What happens when we go, well, Baroom's dead, and we have to go down this giant pit to get the bat? Like, that's the adventure now. June, I get that you want us to do something else, but this is clearly the adventure now. Go down the pit, Aren, roll up a fucking it's not a troglodyte, whatever they're called again.
Zulgath.
Shit. Roll up the Zulgath. That's your character now, and go down the pit.
I think realistically what I would do is say, hey Aren, you're playing Krohan now. But also, it doesn't have to be that basilisk, and also, it has to be a basilisk that's no more than an hour dead.
Really?
So you'd have to get down there, get the blood, get back up in an hour.
I mean, there's a very fast way to do that.
There's a very fast way to get down there. I don't know about the get back up portion of that.
Well, you take the statue with you to solve that issue.
The issue will not be an issue anymore because you won't be a statue.
I have a really dumb question. Yeah. What would happen if you tied a rope around yourself and a petrified creature? You toss that petrified creature off a cliff, and then you cast Featherfall or whatever the hell that spell is that you have.
Graceful fall or something?
Yeah, graceful landing, soft landing, something like that.
I think it's gentle landing.
Gentle, yeah.
So you now have a petrified creature that weighs 1,000+ pounds that you're attached to. Can you dangle from it and still experience
like a Mary
gravity?
Poppins umbrella?
Yeah. Can you use a petrified creature as a Mary Poppins umbrella?
I guess that'd be up to you.
I personally
that's
think
absolutely an ad quote.
Also, is a petrified creature still a creature, or is it now an object?
Yes, it is. It is still a creature.
Until
Okay.
they're dead, they're still a creature.
Yeah.
Corpses are objects. Very convenient.
Yes, very convenient. Although it was always really fucking annoying in 5th edition, like having to use the grab action to lift an unconscious creature, but you can use an item interaction to heft a corpse, and it's like, can I just kill him? Grom, I believe you still have ministrations.
Yeah, I'm gonna heal myself now.
Yeah. So how many trait wounds are you doing in a row?
This will be the 4th one.
Okay. 5th? No.
Did one
Archie,
for Baroom,
yeah,
2
Archie,
for Archie.
Yeah, Archie tried on Squire. I was thinking you tried.
Yeah, and that was during the first, because, yeah.
Great. Well, double your health, why
What's
don't you?
the thing? There's a thing that I was gonna read that I forgot to read.
Is this for the bird or for yourself?
For myself.
Yeah, bird's still immune.
Oh, I have to do that for an hour. No thanks. Because if I continue treating my wounds using this roll for an hour and just double the health I get, but that doesn't benefit me because I have continual recovery.
Sure.
Do you want to heal Krohan?
I'm trying to think how would it? There's got to be a scenario where, despite having continual recovery, taking the full hour is still useful. Like, I understand it's 6 times the duration, but like, let's say you're not really good at getting a crit because you're like, let's say you're a master and you aim for the DC, was it 30? But you're not, like, you only have a plus like 18 or something, so the only way to crit is with a 20, and you roll a 20 and you're like, okay,
I want to keep this.
No, yeah, I'm gonna keep this ridiculously high amount and just double it by going 6 times, because there's no way I'm gonna roll another 20. I don't know.
I think it also relies on having like a barbarian or a fighter in your party with just a fuck ton of health,
with shit ton of health, where you actually
right, you don't want to
treat
sit
the
there
wounds
and just
repeatedly.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going one more time.
I'll go one more time.
Okay.
What a crit.
So there's still 10 minutes left on Squire and Krohan's immunity.
Well, Grom's been doing this. Has Krohan started to stomp again, or like, is he sort of?
He kind of petered out. He bandaged his wounds and he just sort of flopped on the ground, sort of starfishing.
Yeah.
He's not catatonic, insensate. He's just staring into space, ignoring everyone, which is really undignified for a dwarf.
Yeah. What's dignity matter though if you don't have your honor, you know?
Well, if there's 10 minutes before I can do anything for Krohan, then I will also refocus.
Okay. And just as soon as he is able, Krohan's gonna try and treat his own wounds again.
I'll get up from focusing and stop him from doing that. And you're paying us to help you. Let us help you.
That sounds like a request. Can you go ahead and roll some diplomacy?
No, I'm not good at this.
Too
Can I
fucking
help?
bad. Yeah,
I'd like to help.
You
I don't know.
Absolutely aid.
Sorry, it's aid. What do I have to roll to aid?
So you would roll the same check. So you would roll diplomacy. On a success, Grom will get a +1. On a critical success, he'll get a +2.
Is this considered an outrageous one?
I don't know that Shameless Request is going to affect other people's.
It doesn't affect aiding. Okay.
No.
Is it? This is public. Yeah, this is public.
Aid is public, as is request.
Fuck, it's a 6 on the dice. Whatever. Is that a success to aid? Yeah.
That is a failure.
That's a failure?
Yeah. Oh wait, no, sorry. Aid, I lied. Aid is just DC 15. I thought it was you have to succeed at the.
Oh,
check.
okay.
But no,
okay.
that
well,
was
then
a
I don't.
success. Take your hero point back.
And also, I rolled the same fucking.
Yeah,
thing
you rolled the
anyway.
same thing hilariously. But yeah, so that's a +1 circumstance for Grom.
No, that's not what I needed to hit. I'll hit this button instead. +1 circumstance bonus. Sure.
That's gonna be a failure. Do you want a hero point or do you not care?
No.
Okay. All right. He's
Baroom cared.
he's just gonna like he's like bandaging his leg and he just like spins to turn his leg away from you and keeps doing it. Like he's checking the bandages that he already put on his leg. Like he's just like, okay, this is a little fucked. All right. Let's see if he crits again.
If he hurts himself, we have to try again.
Jesus
no,
fucking Christ.
Krohan just crits again.
It's out of spite. It's what it is. It's out of spite.
Oh my
Krohan only knows how to crit.
Then I'll heal the bird instead. Sorry, it's not. It's not. It looks like a bird there, but it's a ferret.
It's a flying ferret, so except
The
it's not a ferret, it's a
ferret.
martin.
Yeah, take that, bitch.
The exact same fucking. But you rolled.
But
a
I
20.
rolled 5 higher.
I'm really glad we're wasting all the crits on this heal off.
Okay, now that we've spent half an hour.
All right, we spent, and then is there any sort of obvious, like now that we know what the mud creatures look like, can we sort of discern or keep an eye out for them? Is that a thing?
I mean, they look like mud.
But like is there any way Baroom could distinguish mud cretin, mud puddle, mud wretch? Cretin was close.
So
From mud.
yeah, so that would be using the seek action or the search activity
Okay.
to just meticulously look for hidden things.
Meticulously keep an eye out for them as we explore the ruins.
Okay. Just gonna let you know that the search activity allows you to meticulously look out for any signs of danger, and this is just one more that you know to look out for.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind. I won't be so specific.
Great. Just to give you all a sense of what the fuck you're all looking at. So there are still these sort of like retaining walls, sort of, on this hill. No switchbacks, sadly. Yeah, right? And you are pretty much at the top of the cave. I want to say that this is just about the highest point in the cave, other than perhaps the plateau that you were climbing the sides of. Up here, there are a pair of silos with cranes in various states of disrepair. I say various, but 2 different states of disrepair. One very and one moderate. And
just to clarify, you do mean construction crane, not statue of a bird.
correct.
Checking. I also don't
Yeah.
know what monsters are in Pathfinder. There could be like a
basically
ravening.
just a boom arm with a wooden platform with 4 ropes wrapping around it for, as a and then a winch at ground level to lift it up. One of them has no rope, so kind of fucking worthless, and the other is snapped in 2 and also has no rope because it would have disintegrated by now. The silos appear to be missing their roofs, but are otherwise intact. And then, so those are the 2 round buildings to the northeast, the eastern edge of the map that you're seeing. And then the rest of the buildings are, so it's 2 buildings, and one of them, the entire front face of the building is just collapsed. Like, it's absolutely fallen in, but the roof is intact, so like you would need to actually clear a whole shitload of rubble to be able to get in that way. The other one appears to just have rubble sort of piled in front of the door. Yeah, so that's what you're looking at.
I probably can't tell from here if it looks like it was intentionally piled in front of the door. Correct?
Probably can't tell from here now.
Okay, before we move on, I'll drop some more water on this area just to be safe.
Okay.
Because I assume we're going to come back through here at some point and,
Sure.
cover our retreat.
Okay.
Um,
Let's get some music.
would you like me to roll the perception check now for Baroom and just keep that going?
So
seeking?
Technically, the way that it works is that anytime that you encounter a secret thing, I will secretly roll without informing you to see if you notice it.
Got you.
And so I have analog die for just that purpose.
Understood. Because it says secretly rolls, and I'm like, oh, okay. But
Yeah.
I've said that I'm secret, so
yeah. So this is the one time where not only should you not know the result of the roll, but you shouldn't know that the roll is being made.
understood.
The other way to go about it would be that each time, so when you announce it, I ask you to roll once, and then each time you interact with a thing, whether or not you find it, I would then need you to roll again for the next one down the line. But then I start revealing the last thing that you rolled against when I ask for the next check. It's better for me to just roll them all.
Yeah, makes sense. So then, broken crane building, or does Krohan's pauldron shard have any sort of indication?
It is not so precise as to suggest a direction. Just
Here-ish.
yeah, it's
Nearish,
not
by-ish.
yeah, it's not like a magnetic compass. It's just a go to this place.
It's a vibe.
Yeah, it's a vibe.
Okay.
And the vibe is
So then
here.
So then Baroom would be sticking to the rubble line. So can
I'm just remembering that there's slight differences in the silo, and I just want to look them up. So the southern one is 20 feet tall. There's a platform 15 feet off the ground that would allow like loading from the top. but the crane's ruined. And then the other silo is 30 feet tall, and the platform's 25 feet off the ground. Also, the northern silo, apparently, and this is a detail that I missed, is cracked to the point where some of its contents are spilling out part of the wall, and it appears to be some kind of dark rock. Can't really tell exactly what color it is from, lack of light.
I was gonna say, it's rock. It's in black and white.
It is dark. You can tell contrast. So things that are dark appear dark, and things that appear like something painted white is going to look whiter than something that is black, and something that is green is going to be somewhere in between.
Yeah, so then Baroom would, I think, just sticking to the, I measured, but then I had to click away, sticking to the sort of rock line.
Yep. Sure.
Would slowly sneak up on the, not sneak, capital S sneak, because they're seeking, capital S seeking.
Yeah. I think it's search, which is repetitive sneak. Yeah. Repetitive seek, rather. Yeah.
Yeah. So just slowly but sticking to rock line. Keep an eye out for
mud boys
anything.
and other
No.
hazards.
Anything. Any such hazards.
Okay.
But yeah, heading towards the cracked silo.
Okay.
I'll be detecting magic along the way. I assume this pommel gem is magical. I don't know why I would assume that, but I do.
I mean,
it's an artifact.
The dagger's magical, so you can always detect metal.
Calling to Krohan.
But it's a rock. I was also going to detect metal when we got close to the silo that has a rock spilling out of it, because I don't know, maybe.
Sure. Okay. So without paying too much attention to the actual map, is the plan to make your way directly up to one or the other silo, and if so, which?
The open one. Baroom's plan is the open one, but not directly make their way up. Just actually take a more circuitous path. It is if it maintains, for lack of for a mechanical term, maintains difficult terrain between them and the building.
Okay.
Would Archie be able to be, I guess, scouting, having Squire kind of hovering about, making sure. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So as you approach, a whole lot of nothing happens, and Krohan follows dejectedly. He's following, and he's attentive, and he's also not contributing, if that makes sense.
It does.
So as you get up to in order to get to the one that's sort of spilling, you would need to walk past the other one.
Yep.
And you arrive, and indeed it is spilling dark colored rocks.
What is hold on. Oh, it's a scholarly journal about fungi, not just the Darklands in general. Okay. Baroom would, I guess, try and recall knowledge on
try and figure out what in the fuck kind of rock this is.
What in the fuck kind of rock this is? I'm prone to
I think Grom might be.
Yeah, can I do that?
Yeah, sure.
Is it smooth? Is it porous? What's it taste like?
Right.
All the standard. Can I use mining lore for this?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Gonna blind GM roll.
If you fuck this up, it's coal.
Okay. It is in fact bituminous coal.
Oh, fuck off.
Which has the slightly worrying implication that it has a tendency to not cake, the opposite of cake. Crumble and cause clouds of coal dust, which are highly flammable.
And not good for your breathing tubes.
I was gonna say, and carcinogenic. What's the roll to not die of black lung in Pathfinder?
Too late, you failed.
I got the black
It's organic though. It's organic. I'm a Leshy. It will actually only make me stronger.
It is technically organic, and I hate that.
This is lunch, guys. It's the largest silo of lunch I've ever
I
seen.
hate it. Organic just means it's made of carbon.
I'm aware, guys. It's lunch, dinner, second breakfast, whatever.
But yeah, Grom absolutely knows the difference between different kinds of coal.
This one's much drier on the tongue. It's like it's like licking chalk.
Yeah, it makes your tongue feel sad.
Who would have mined coal this deep down?
And anyone who wanted a fuel source?
No.
Lots of people.
Well, this is clearly an presumably dwarven mining community, but like
Yeah, the buildings are still standing. I assume it's dwarven.
what a day. I love you so much,
Would anybody like to recall knowledge to figure out the architectural origins of this?
Nope, it's dwarven.
Cool.
Bardic lore, I think, would be sort of my... Yeah. Sure. What's the provenance of this?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Do you have a better lore?
Well, no, not necessarily, but... Hold on, I want to see what the archaeologist dedication got me. +1 circumstance... +1 circumstance bonus to recall knowledge about ancient history, peoples, and cultures. Is this old enough to be ancient where this is applicable?
No.
Just because it's dwarven, that's not mutually exclusive.
I'm aware that it's not mutually exclusive, and also this is not old enough to be ancient.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Random question. Archie, how old are you?
Archie's 120.
Okay.
So he would have left, what was it, like 30 years ago?
Okay.
30, 40 years ago?
Okay. Okay.
Wait, couldn't you have just rolled emotional trauma and gotten all the data about the explosive coal?
Me?
Archie didn't leave this place 30 years ago. Archie left the Darklands 30 years ago. But this is Drathnalar architecture. It's unfamiliar to Archie, but it's not so old as to be unrecognizable. But also, I don't know that you're an expert in architecture, so...
Drathnalar are the deep gnomes?
Correct. Archie is a Drathnalar.
Okay. Sorry, I don't remember what they're called in
Yes.
remaster.
Yeah. Sphere of Neblin. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What are the Dwargar called now? Hringar. Right? Yeah. Hringar. Oh, that's a creepy looking dude. I just searched Foundry for Hringar and pulled up a random Hringar stat block, and the art is... He has a weird looking face.
Yeah. I think Archie recognizing it would be curious of like trying to figure out why it's here. Like what was the actual purpose for, like, is this part of an actual town, city, or part of like a construction area?
Sure.
Was it just a mine?
Interestingly enough, this is going to be a crafting or even your engineering lore check.
Crafting's better.
Okay. You're... Yeah. I guess I'm not giving you those details. You succeeded, but barely. So I had an idea for like conclusions you could draw, but I don't think you're gonna get there. Not with that roll. These buildings are workshops. Like this cluster of buildings appears to be like a compound of workshops, so these silos would be associated with these buildings in some way.
Baroom, I think, like, as we're sort of comparing notes and like pointing at like little weird architectural details and like, oh, it couldn't be dwarven make because the door is small and these giant fucking dwarves would hit their heads. Baroom, I examined the southern tower. Same deal. Just trying to...
Baroom, you hear movement inside the southern tower.
Is there an obvious door?
Yes. There is a
release the contents door, or
yes.
like a guys, there's something inside of here. Can I listen more closely? Is that an action, like listen at door or something?
Yeah, I mean that would be a seek.
Oh, that's another seek?
Yeah.
That's a seek, not part of the search action.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the same deal.
Yeah.
Hearing it was listening at the door, so I couldn't try and like continue to listen at the door to hear him further.
Hearing it was just like being aware of your environment, your surroundings.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, Baroom would be like, guys, and then put their ear to the door.
Okay. So as you listen, you hear a combination of wet slapping and rocks clattering. And the directionality of it gives you the impression of a creature climbing on a hill of stones and causing them to tumble.
Yeah. Well, this one's got stuff in it, but I wouldn't go inside. I don't know. Let's leave it. If it's trapped, let's leave it trapped.
This
Especially
platform's like 15 feet up.
Yep, 15 feet up. There's a ladder that has snapped off and is lying on the ground.
we jury rig the ladder like up enough to get to the platform.
You can certainly try.
I was gonna say, you could have Squire fly up and
just poke their little Martin face in.
Yeah, just take a look inside and report back if there's something in there, or what exactly is in there.
Okay. Will Squire be doing so sneakily?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go ahead and roll stealth. I believe
sure
height is a secret check. Yes.
This is different than. There we go.
Okay. So Squire flies up and pokes ahead into the into the doorway and sees a terrible tentacle hand monstrosity that looks incredibly familiar, that immediately locks eyes with Squire, and we're gonna roll initiative. You rolled dog shit.
Tentacle hand monster.
Yeah. And feel free to rearrange yourselves to where you should be.
Oh wait, I said Baroom was listening at the door, so they should be there.
And just as a reminder. Terrible.
Unnecessary.
Tentacle hand monster. Okay.
Baroom.
Great. Killing it.
Hey, is Krohan not helping?
I just forgot to add him.
Okay. You said Krohan's unhelpful. That's an option.
He's just keeping his distance and being generally unhelpful. It's not that he's not going to help. He was at the time not helping. Okay. So Grom, you hear a terrible hiss from inside the silo, and suctioning up the wall of the silo in Squire's direction. What you up to? What you gonna do?
I don't actually see it, correct?
Correct. Because, yeah, that the door that I just opened in the silo is 15 feet up, so...
Then I would like to delay my turn.
Okay. Archie.
Tell Squire to get back over here.
Okie doke.
Get over here.
Yeah.
Alright.
And then, because Squire has speech today, so he can say, it's the same creatures that Saul was trying to kill Saul.
Yep.
Could I do a recall knowledge on more effective ways to fight those? If they have any weaknesses?
Sure. So that is gonna be occultism, or let's see, do you have any applicable lores? No. So it's gonna be occultism.
Roll.
Okay. So that is a success. They are not particularly intelligent or confident and easily scared off, which is a fancy way of saying they have shit will.
Okay.
And for your third,
I think that's it for. Yeah, I think that's it.
okie doke. Krohan's just gonna go over here and ready an attack. Just yeah, that's his whole turn. Baroom.
Readying. You can't ready a 2-action spell, right?
Correct. You can delay your turn.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna delay till after the choker.
Okie dokie. So it has a climb speed, yes. So that's 10 feet of movement. And it gets to the top and starts to climb down the outer wall and then catches sight of the group of you and turns the fuck around. And then just immediately makes its way back inside.
Fuck.
Grom and Baroom? Or Grom, would you like to move your turn to after the choker, or stay where you're at in initiative, or 6 of 1?
I'll stay where I'm at. Sure.
Baroom,
Can
would
I
you
change
like
my
to...
initiative to 7? Yeah,
Sure.
I guess.
Cool. All right, Baroom.
All right, they're gonna move 5, 10, move this away, and recall knowledge. Do chokers have a language? Like, can I message it?
All right, go ahead and roll. That is going to be occultism or bardic or dark manslore.
Lore DCs are always lower than skill DCs. Specific, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. They are technically smart enough to have a language. And it's probably Sackroth.
Yeah. So then, yeah. Stride, recall knowledge. Then Baroom would cast a message to the choker and just in Sackroth basically say, we won't kill you if you tell us what you know. Alternatively, we'll kill you if you don't tell us. We'll kill you. Baroom doesn't add that second part, but that's the implication.
Mm-hmm. It does not reply.
Okay. That's Baroom's turn.
Yep. Grom.
Well, I was ready to do something, and the thing turned around and ran away. So, I guess if we're trying to make it safer for us up here, we have to be more proactive about it. So I'm gonna move. I'm gonna double stride over to the door, which is somewhere around here.
Mm-hmm.
And then interact with the door.
Okie doke. Door. So you see it cowering in a depression that is clearly artificial, a nest of sorts in a pile of metallic-looking ore.
Okay, well that's my turn.
Cool. Archie. It is in very much a guarded posture.
Where was this? There's one here now. Archie's concerned about that other tower. He'll wait before causing more issues. Stride down this way. Ready in action. Running out of things.
I don't have a lot of things that can go around corners besides message. Hence why I cast it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like Archie might like pass the rest of his turn, give him kind of a chance of, you know, kind of like, are we going after this, or do we just want to like lock the doors, bar the doors, and
No, because it probably has a pack of creepy tentacle friends. Baroom's like, I offered it peace. I don't know how much talking there can be during combat. Baroom's like, I offered it peace. It should take it.
you know what? There's two actions. Archie will cast Daze on it.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, get fucked.
Oh.
Lowest defenses will and get fucked. It hisses at you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Right. Krohan. Oh man. Double stride. And let's donk it. Can he crit? Is he gonna do it? Miss. Amazing. The choker is going to use 3 actions, picking up what is very clearly a wand from the nest, and dropping it down the pile of ore, and picking up a silver plaque from the nest and dropping it down the pile of ore, and picking up a fist-sized cube of copper and dropping it down the pile of ore. That's its turn.
Baroom is highly susceptible to bribery. It's the most effective form of politics. Baroom will stride. I don't know what the action is to pick up 3 things. Can I do that?
Let me see what their bulk is. They are all light bulk.
Can Baroom like just literally like 2 arms just bloop?
That's what I'm.
If not,
I'm gonna say yeah. You can use.
Okay.
Yeah. Like
Baroom
I think
will
rules
pick-
is written, you would need to use 3 actions to pick up 3 objects, but
The other option is Baroom will take their hand, pull all the objects out, and shut the door.
Krohan's in there.
Oh fuck, Krohan's in. I can't see Krohan. Oh, I couldn't see him. I couldn't see him because I was standing here. He's invisible. Aren did that. Baroom didn't. Baroom would know that.
So just grab the shit and...
Grabbed the shit and said, Krohan, I accepted the bribe. I think that's fair. Unless you can see something better. No, that's Aren. Baroom would say, I feel this bribe is acceptable.
Okay.
Unless you see the pommel stone. That actually Baroom would say that. Unless you see the pommel stone, I feel this bribe is acceptable.
Okay. All right. Grom, Archie, anything you want to do?
I do want to cast Detect Magic now that I can actually see into the place, just to try and see if there's anything that we don't see.
Does Detect Magic actually pinpoint things?
I gain no information beyond the presence or absence of magic.
Okay.
I'm going to ignore... I can choose to ignore things that I know are magical, or things that I'm fully aware of.
Sure.
So I would like to ignore the stuff that Baroom just picked up also, if that's possible.
Okay. So ignoring those things...
Those are things that we see that are obviously not the thing we're looking for.
Yeah. Ignoring those things, you detect the absence of magic.
Okay. I'll relay that information. There's nothing more magical in this room.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Archie.
Wait.
Okay.
Delay seeing what Krohan's doing. We can get him out of there.
Trying to decide how I guess how shitbird Krohan's gonna be. I'm just gonna roll for it. That bodes poorly.
That's fucking a 1.
It's a 5, but Krohan's gonna shove this thing out of the nest.
Okay. Bullying is, not the healthiest way.
It's definitely an option.
Right. That will beat its fortitude DC.
Fuck you, Krohan.
So he's gonna shove it out of the nest and rummage through it. Not finding anything of... Not finding a pommel gem, which is unsurprising, but he does grab a... weird little mechanical thing about the size of a baseball. And then he will...
The Modron. I knew it.
The choker, having sort of tumbled down the ore a little bit, is just gonna...
Yeah, that's valid. Reasonable. Ooh, that's fun.
What's that?
So you closed the door. I could still see that the choker was in that hole, and then it moved, or in that position. It moved and disappeared.
Oh, neat.
So there is like a sort of last known location token thing.
That's cool. All right, Baroom, I'm gonna throw some shit on your sheet.
Obscured shit or whatever it's called.
Mystified. Yes.
Mystified.
Bloop.
Baroom's encumbered.
They were light.
I know. So, let's see.
All right, we're just gonna drop out of
If
initiative.
we can drop initiative, yeah,
Yep.
Baroom's gonna.
We can put them in the sack.
Fuck. I don't want to put that in this. You know what? I'm a spellcaster.
Accurate.
Can you hold the rapier in the sack?
Yeah.
Cool.
Finally
on.
giving up on meleeing things.
No, I just have a knife.
You also have a staff.
Yeah, that's two-handed, and I like being the tank with my shield.
Sure.
Rapier. Alright, there's a rapier in the stash. That could go in the sack, that'd be nice.
What's the AC bonus of your shield? 2. Okay.
Too much to put away.
Yeah. Okay. That was good job.
Alright, I'll take the bribery, and
Would you like to identify things?
Baroom's like, I think that went well.
And if so, can we speed run the identification?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Yeah. Archie can cast Read Aura to get this +2.
Great. The wand is magical. The plaque and fist-sized cube are not.
I assume we don't actually know what types of metal they are because it's dark and we can't see color.
Probably accurate.
You want to lick it?
Yeah, sure, I'll lick it.
Okay.
Does it taste like a penny? It says that it's copper in my sheet. Sorry, I don't know if it's supposed to be mystified.
That one I didn't bother mystifying because like the description's pretty mundane, but yeah, I mean I guess you don't know what metal it's made of.
Yeah. All right.
Go ahead, roll mining lore. I just want you to critically fail so I can lie to you.
It's aluminum.
Oh my god.
Did I critically fail? Yep, I critically failed.
You already know what they're made of.
It's aluminum.
I just really wanted you to critically fail.
It's
Jesus
aluminum.
Christ.
Glad we got that out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, does the Read Aura give Baroom the bonus to identifying it, or just
Yeah.
Archie?
Gives it to Archie and anyone that Archie shares details with.
Archie, can you identify this wand?
Yeah, Archie can do it.
Great. Next.
What's that plaque made of?
Yeah. While identifying, I would then like to,
It
if
tastes
it's
like
not
dirt.
recall knowledge on the plaque, if that's a bardically thing.
Sure.
Same time. Is the plaque ancient? Could I get the +2 bonus from
Yes.
archaeology or whatever?
Yeah.
Just real quick. Archaeology.
Oh, I can do this. That's
plus,
cool.
It's +1 circumstance.
For Radar, it's +2 circumstance. Oh, sorry. The archaeology is +1.
+1 circumstance, yeah. So Baroom's gonna bardic while Archie does the other one.
But yeah, I just found out that I can drop buttons for you to hit for identifying magic items. So that's cool. So you are able to identify it as a Wand of Fear.
Cute.
So it is a basic wand. So magic wand is an item that's just like put a spell in it. But then there are a bunch of special types of wand, like the I forget what it's called now, but it was the, I think it was called the Spell Shard wand or something like that. It's the magic missile wand that after you cast it, you can fire a missile at the start of each of your turns for no actions for a minute, which is
that's sick.
Amazing. There are special wands, but most wands are just, this wand has a spell in it that you can cast once a day, and also you can overcharge it and potentially break it once a day. And this allows you to cast first rank Fear once a day.
What is overcharging?
You literally just cast the spell again, and there is a chance that the wand breaks.
Cool.
Overcharging a wand. After the spell is cast from the wand for the day, you can attempt to cast it one more time, overcharging the wand at the risk of destroying it. Cast the spell again, then roll a DC 10 flat check. On a success, the wand is broken. On a failure, the wand is destroyed.
Nice.
If anyone tries to overcharge a wand when it's already been overcharged that day, the wand is automatically destroyed, even if it had been repaired, and no spell is cast. So 55% chance of breaking your wand, and a 45% chance of destroying it. Broken things can be repaired, destroyed things are dust.
Okay. Is activating a wand one or two action activity?
It would depend on the spell in it.
Oh. Okay, so it's not, there's no discount for casting Fear with my own spell slot versus using the wand.
Correct. It's just, this allows you to cast Fear once a day without spending a spell slot.
Oh, it says, craft requirements supply it. Oh, nice. Okay, never mind. Anyways, does my recall knowledge tell me anything about the silver platter?
Silver plaque.
Plaque.
Where the hell did your roll go?
Right above the Wand of Fear.
Ah. Got it. You're kind of confused by this art. It appears to be some vague gnomish smut.
Okay. Out of deference to Archie's sensibilities, Baroom's just gonna tuck that away and just keep going.
Okay.
Knowing these are workshops, do we want to just head to the building now instead of like the building that we would have to dig out, or the building with stuff in front of it?
Well, whichever the next building is, I would think.
Oh, just the next one? Okay, that's easier.
Just the next one.
Yeah. Do we want to check out the next silo?
Oh, I suppose it's cracked. I assumed it was cracked open, you said, or it is just cracked slightly.
I mean, there is a large enough crack in the wall that coal has spilled through it.
Okay.
And given the way that coal has spilled through the wall, that silo appears to be much more full than the other one that you just went in.
So stand to the side of the door when you open it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So stand to the side of the door and open it. Yeah, we're voting open it.
I was sent Squire up to the landing on the back side.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because there's that whole thing about the coal cloud.
Oh, we'll die.
Yeah, we can all stand away, and Squire can open the other door and see if there's anything interesting in there. If not, we can just move on.
Yeah. Squire opens door.
Trying to remember what Grom rolled for mining lore. Okay. Okay. Boop. Open the door. Okay. Squire sees a whole lot of coal. The silo is about half full. Silo's 30 feet tall, so it's filled roughly to about 15 feet. Opening the door would cause a hell of a spill. In theory, unless it's like really wedged in there, in which case it just wouldn't.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about it. It's coal. Good job.
Is there
Cool.
Grom want to detect magic? See if the pommel stone is amongst the coals.
I mean, I would have done that when we approached, and I don't know that I can get any better of a read.
Oh, I didn't know if there was
With
like
the-
a limitation between wooden doors. I don't know how read magic, detect magic works.
I mean, the door that Squire opened is about 25 feet in the air,
Hmm.
so I don't really have a good way of projecting it through that door. I
Next
could peek
door.
through the cracks.
Okay. Baroom would listen at this door.
Baroom, as you approach this this sort of rubble that is on in front of the door, you see that most of the rubble appears to be the stone facade that was on top, the exterior face of the wall that has just sort of fallen and crumbled. But a large chunk of the rubble appears to be a shattered rock that seems to have hit the facade and crumbled and caused the facade to fall. Notably, there is a particular stone that looks like it may have been sort of the keystone of a decorative arch on the facade that is face down, and the downward face is lightly glowing.
Huh. Baroom would, I'm assuming, if read aura is still an option, Baroom would say, like, Archie, come here. What kind of magic is that? Pointing at the glowing rock. And just say, like, it, I don't know, looks like someone, like, chucked a catapult at this building. Or used a they didn't chuck a catapult at the building. Looks like a catapult
be
chucked a
impressive.
rock at the building. No, someone threw a catapult at it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Archie can do read or just see. Well, all it says is if it's magic or not.
Hmm. Okay.
Unless we'll.
Yeah. It is indeed magical.
Yeah, then it's. Do we want to spend 10 minutes identifying it or move to the door? And...
Unless we have a better idea. Like, this facade is crumbling, so if you want to identify it, we could sort of carefully try and start clearing away some of the rocks while you spend 10 minutes doing that.
Yeah, Archie can see what kind of magical thing it is.
What the keystone was.
So
Well, you're gonna have to move it to do that.
Yeah, so the difficulty of doing those things simultaneously is that this one rock is like partially down the hill of stone that's in the way of the door. So
Understood.
any dislodging could disrupt it.
Gotcha. Okay, I was under the impression there was
Or any
crumbled
excavating could
facade.
dislodge it.
Gotcha. Never mind.
We're moving rocks from the top then.
Or we could just check out the other building as well.
Grom,
but I just feel like
I feel like I don't even need you to roll to tell you that you know that is not guaranteed to protect it from shifting.
Oh, I know.
Taking
roll
the time
mining
to,
lore. Come on.
Taking the time to identify.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah, if everyone's good with.
Okay. All right. So, as best you can tell, it is some kind of explosive glyph. what the trigger or type of energy it's going to release are, you can't tell without looking at it, but it's face down.
Archie be like, okay, everybody back up. This might be a bomb.
No, a bomb, a catapult. A catapult blew it up. It's got to be, the charge has got to be gone now.
It's still glowing. The fuse could be lit, so to speak, and it might.
You would know.
You get the impression that if it hasn't already gone off, it's probably line of sight based, and because it's face down, it's not blowing up on you. So a way to deal with it would be to very carefully move it without disrupting. Like this is like use a mirror to like reflect a laser tripwire kind of delicate.
So I couldn't just avert gaze and move the rock.
No, it's looking at you.
Do you know, Archie, about how big these things usually explode?
The bomb you made, how big was that explosion?
It wasn't supposed to be a bomb.
Oh, got you. My bad.
Yeah, so you would know
not
that...
bomb you didn't make.
Here, let me... Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking something up. Yeah. Dealing with things being renamed.
Oh wait, shit! I have something for this.
I have an idea, but I need to know.
I also have an idea.
So I have thieves' tools. Could I use it to disarm a trap that is like a glyph trap? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Okay. The question is, what's the DC?
Right.
Because I could just spend 10 minutes and just get what's my thievery? I could get an 18 in 10 minutes.
I might. Wait, do you have assurance?
Yeah, I have assurance thievery.
You do not need to take 10 minutes. You can literally just do that.
Oh. Instead of rolling. Okay.
Yeah, literally anytime you want. I believe I can drop a... I'm gonna do this blind. Just... Okay, cool. Oh, wait. Just gonna change the name of that so you don't know that detail. That didn't work.
Because I also have wary disarmament, so I get a +2 circumstance bonus to AC or saving throw.
If you set it off.
So Baroom could basically say, everybody stand back, and just go to, just take the 18, I guess.
So, assurance is not going to give you an 18. Assurance is going to give you a 16.
Oh, it's not plus...
Yeah, it does not include your dexterity. It only includes your proficiency bonus. Does it... Oh, do not apply any other bonuses, penalties, or modifiers, and you have an armor armor check penalty. So it's actually 17. So you assurance would allow you to ignore that.
Nice. Okay, so I can take a 17, and then if that trips it, have a bonus to the save or the AC or what have you.
Yep.
And just go from there. Yeah, Baroom's gonna just try and take their time and try and disarm the glyph.
Okay, so you're using assurance. You're going with the 17.
Yes.
Okay. That's a failure.
Okay.
It goes off.
Yep.
So I need a basic reflex save.
Okay.
And you do get a +2.
Oh, I could have poked it with a stick.
Yeah. Could have poked it with a stick.
All right. How do I?
Click the basic reflex button. In J.
Oh, wait. Never mind. And it's public, right? It's very obvious if I die.
Very obvious if you succeed.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a success. So you're only going to take half. 11.
Oof.
It's actually
I
really
take
low.
half of 11?
Yeah, you take half of 11. I rolled really low.
Okay.
So that just...
Is it gone or is it still there?
It's gone.
Fantastic, guys. I cracked the code. Baroom says with like their little hyphae like just stock straight. Like they usually have like a little bit of bounce to them. All the water droplets off the edge evaporated straight up. They're actually glowing a little bit brighter. I diffused the bomb.
Sure you did, kid.
Goggles, they have like just soot around and they pull their goggles back up. Just have little circles around their eyes. Can we just open the door?
Somewhat. Small creatures can traverse as if this rubble is difficult terrain, and medium creatures must squeeze through. So you can do that, but Grom and Krohan are gonna have some difficulty.
Just let me know if there's anything important in there. I'll be out here.
Okay.
It looks uncomfortable, and I've had my share of discomfort for today.
Oh, is that hard for you?
Yes.
Yeah, Baroom's gonna difficult terrain walk, open the door.
Okay. That was a noise. Alright. So... what am I looking at? Why is there... Oh, there's like a curtain there. That's not even in the... Okay. The people who made the Foundry module just got creative with this shit. So this is clearly the entrance to a home. There is, to your right, there's what very obviously would have held coats and shoes and whatnot, and there's a lantern on the opposite wall. To your left is a curtain that separates this room from the other half of this room.
Okay. Baroom is gonna yeah, just keeping an eye out like for any sort of booby traps, considering there was a booby trap outside of some variety, whether or not the glyph was armed for us or not.
Sure.
Baroom's just gonna keep an eye out for that, and then step in the room, and other people are coming, right? Not just Baroom soloing.
Archie's going with.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So as you make your way in, let me just roll. Okay.
I'm just scooching in for the purposes of I'm not gonna keep.
So from the hallway on the other side of this room that you're in, you hear quiet sobbing. And from behind the curtain walks a 1 foot tall wooden doll in a threadbare, moth-eaten dress, carrying what appears to be an incredibly disused and ill-maintained carpenter's chisel.
We're gonna die.
And it's at this moment that you notice that all of the walls, up to about 2 feet off the floor, are scribbled with, like, imagine The Shining, just writing on the wall.
Oh, just like all play,
but
all work and no play.
Yeah, but it's all kinds of crazy, creepy shit like that.
Okay.
And this doll is just, it's not brandishing the chisel, but it is holding the chisel.
Just to clarify, there's only one way for a threadbare doll to hold anything, and it's by brandishing it. That's just what they do.
Sure. This chisel is clearly a woodworker's chisel, and it has clearly been used on stone walls.
This is clearly a murdering chisel that's been used to murder. Just to clarify.
And this doll is staring at you with big, pleading eyes that honestly are probably just the eyes that the doll was given when it was created. And it just stares at you and begins to brandish the chisel, but doesn't seem to commit to it.
Yeah, that doll's creepy.
Baroom's gonna just say loudly, like throwing their voice definitely outside of the room. Why, hello there, little doll. What an interesting chisel you have. Hoping that that's a clear, like, this is not a code. That's very clearly that you said, tell me if you find anything inside. I'm staying outside. Hopefully hearing the words, why, hello there, little doll. What an interesting chisel you have there. Hopefully that triggers fucking Krohan and Grom to go, oh yeah, that's a sign.
Archie,
I'll react to
this. Another doll peeks its head underneath the curtain, like at your ankle. I'm trying to move the token just enough that it's through the wall. Oh, I didn't make it visible.
What's
That's
the,
There we go. Just pokes its like it just like
that's
army crawls under the curtain, holding an awl. That's AWL. Used for punching holes in leather.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Archie's going, nope, everything's not fine. This is not fine.
And I'm trying not to be tropey as shit, but I really want this doll to just say, "Are you here to play with us?"
What does the doll say to, like?
Yes, they can talk.
What language do they speak?
Sackbroth.
Okay, good. Not just Gnomish.
Don't you speak that anyway?
No.
Oh.
Archie does.
Okay.
Does
Actually,
does the doll react to Baroom saying, like,
nope.
Why, hello there,
it's
little
actually
doll?
Gnomish.
Okay. Baroom would say, like, Baroom's just in Sackroth. Why, hello there, little doll. What an interesting chisel you have. Does that get any specific response besides, play with me?
Nope.
Okay. Fuck. Baroom's gonna inch along the wall and
Oh god, the
keep their back
writing
against
is
the
like
wall
on the
and
floor. Like if you zoom in, there's actually writing on the floor.
oh, that's worse. That's much, much worse. Sliding along the wall. There's one that appeared behind the curtain, one that's like there. So there's a chisel. Broom's just like, is there a fucking looking at the ceiling? Is there one on the ceiling with a plane, a hand plane or something, or like a plane iron?
It's actually blacksmith's hammer. No.
Even worse. No, you said they're all woodworking tools, right?
One's a leatherworking tool.
Oh, one's a leather. Well, you can use.
Yeah, you had to give him the leatherworking tool is piercing, the chisel is slashing, and the
Jordan knows what's
hammer would
up.
be bludgeoning.
I have my woodworking hammer like present to hand. Hence why I was like, oh, I know what that looks like.
No. Ball peen hammer. But no,
I have that, but that's
there's no third doll. It's just the two.
Baroom imagines there is one on the ceiling and is like,
okay. Archie, anything?
Yeah, I think like he's like definitely backing away from the creepy doll army crawling underneath the curtain there.
oh, for sure, for sure.
It's gonna finish doing that and then stand out.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like recall knowledge. Like what?
Sure.
Animated dolls, is that a normal
No.
thing? Or
so go ahead and roll Arcana or Crafting. Okay. So these are soulbound dolls, which are distinct from, oh god, there's an ancestry that's a doll. What are they called? Poppet. Poppets have entire souls. Soulbound dolls have fragments of souls, and as such retain portions of the personality and memories and proclivities of the donor soul. It's a thing. Generally, there is a soul focus gemstone embedded somewhere inside the doll that holds the soul. Yeah. And you rolled so well, you get a follow-up question.
are they known for going crazy murder doll? Are they known to be dangerous, or can they turn dangerous?
If, for example, locked in a room for a couple 100 years.
They behave like people do. And if locked in a room for years, presumably, probably go stir crazy, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Archie will relay this information to he'll probably say this loudly enough so that at least Grom can hear, because I think Grom was the next closest to the door. In common.
Okay.
And just kind of Yeah, and it's just okay. Hi. Sorry for coming into your house. We were just looking around. What do you want? And he will say that in Gnomish.
Okay.
Gonna pull out one of the cantrip cards just so I have it.
Okay. Which one?
Ignition.
Great. Great. Okay. Okay. Not making any moves to go inside though.
No, I can do what I need to do. I still have sight on these things, and as long as I can see them, I can help.
Okie dokie. Okay. Archie. Sounds like you're trying to make an impression. Give me a diplomacy check.
Archie's not terrible at that.
Sure.
Can I help?
No. Well, I mean, I guess technically you can.
I can't speak Gnomish, so I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. I'll allow it. Just like whispering to Archie, just like
say you like their dresses or something.
Incidentally, the dolls are twins, because of course they are.
Of course they are. The roll to aid is public or blind
yes,
GM?
It is public. That's a critical success at aid. So that's going to be a +2 circumstance.
Yes. Alrighty.
Okay. Make an impression is actually a public check.
So,
and the DC is their will DC, I believe. So that is a regular success. And they lower their tools, but do not sheathe or obscure or otherwise remove from hand. And the one that just walked around the curtain says, "Come see, we're playing house," and runs off behind the curtain.
Very carefully, Baroom would follow.
What?
Oh, I was just on the map. There's like a swirly.
Because it is unobserved but not hidden.
Huh.
It has not. It did not hide. It did not sneak, and so you know what square it's in. You just can't see it clearly.
Baroom would carefully follow.
The other one's gonna shimmy back under the curtain. So the scene in the other half of the room is worse. There is most of a withered corpse on the couch. Very clearly a Drathnalar woman wearing a heavy leather apron, missing everything below her knees, and and is propped up with a series of wires that have been impaled through her joints, posed such that she's drinking tea.
The nothing below the knees, does that look post-mortem? Like, did the dolls eat her legs off, or was she just an amputee?
It may very well have been the cause of her death because it's gaping. Like you can see her femur.
Okay. Baroom is at that point gonna go, wow. I wish everyone could see this house. In fact, I think more people should.
At your shout, the sobbing from the next room cuts off. And you hear the gentle slap of bare feet on tile as someone begins walking around the corner.
Oh, good. I think I did the thing again, guys.
Archie's like looking out the door at Grom, doing like the come get
now
in.
Yeah. Unless there's a feasible way for Grom to get into this space before initiative would break out, like Baroom seeing the situation spiraling would attack.
Okay. So we're gonna roll initiative when we get back from break then.
Yeah. Like this situation's only gonna get worse.
Yeah.
Enough.
This is not going great. I feel like I should point out that squeeze takes a minute per 5 feet.
Oh, we need to get out of this house.
Oh no. Okay. That's I did not know that.
Yeah.
I assumed it was the
D&D 5e?
No, 4e activity.
Oh, I don't know how that one
Squeeze,
works.
you count as one size category smaller, but you grant combat advantage. And
got it. Yeah, no, very different.
Okay, I was assuming squeeze was the 4e squeeze, or I was like, that'll suck, but like it'll get a round or two to like figure that out. That's a different scenario. Baroom's gonna cast some shit and run.
Got it.
Change of plan.
I don't think Archie's casting. I think he's that doorway.
Yeah. Okay, but after break.
Okay. All right. Also, I don't know why this token is medium because it's clearly small. So let's make that small. But yeah, so we're gonna go to break, and we'll be back in a bit. We're gonna get some food and drink and bathroom and yeah, we'll do a poll and you can tell us who deserves a hero point because I'm a terrible DM and forget to give them out all the goddamn time. Killing it.
The worst.
Right. So
Terrible.
Yeah, don't go anywhere. Or do and just come back before we do.
Come back.
Yeah, thanks for being here. We'll see you soon.
Oh boy.
Welcome back. We're playing Pathfinder still.
Again.
Here.
Ever?
In the dark. In the dark.
Okay. We're gonna fight some stuff.
We're gonna run.
Right. That's what I said.
I don't know if you said it on stream. Yeah, no, we were still on stream.
Yeah.
I rolled diplomacy for this initiative.
Sure.
Because we were chatting with them like they invited us to play house.
Grom, what the
No,
fuck?
no.
How are you always annihilating initiative?
Does harmlessly
It's
cute count for
wisdom-based?
diplomacy?
Ooh, it is wisdom based. What was that, Aaron?
Does harmlessly cute count for initiative in this instance?
Fuck off.
Okay.
I have to roll for Krohan. Alrighty. Grom.
I would like to delay my turn
I
until such
figured.
time as I have a target.
Yeah, I figured. It's a doll.
It's playing house.
Yeah, it's playing house. So Baroom, you just like tweak and just like back foot, turning to run, and the doll is just a little faster than you. And it's gonna say fist, but this is the one with the all. Fuck.
Thank fuck.
Alright, fine. Fucking map. Go. God damn it. Alright, well, that was the turn. Krohan is also gonna delay. Baroom!
Hold on. It's oh, enemies in the area. Fantastic. Baroom's going to oh wait, no, difficult terrain is how each square takes up another square.
Yes.
So this would be 5. So that's 1 stride to be amidst the rocks, yeah? And then I'm stuck there?
Why are you going so far?
Why am I going so far?
Yeah, like why go there?
Oh, I didn't think I could turn through Archie.
Yeah.
Alright, well. Stop that. Okay. Baroom is going to cast hold on, see for character sheet. Cast Bane on the 2 fucking little creepy dolls.
Cool.
Um 10-foot emanation. I think that means I can get the both of them. Does
Yes.
it or no?
Yes.
Okay. Fantastic.
Big fails.
Okay, yeah, cool. They are spell effect baned, and Baroom is gonna fucking hoof it.
They are. Why? They are immune to Bane.
They're immune?
Yep.
Alright, well, Baroom runs.
Okay.
Unless because of difficult terrain, I can only get to here. That
Accurate.
where?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured. Okay, that's the end.
Alright.
Like, I'm fucking done.
Other doll. I'm gonna crawl under the curtain. Gonna try and.
Bane.
Actually, it's not gonna. Ooh, is it gonna? No, it's actually gonna crawl here. And then it's gonna cast a spell.
That's unnecessary.
It's gonna do what now?
Wait.
Goose.
Oh, that's dumb. That's dumb and I hate it. Never mind. I'm just gonna stab you. Stabby, stabby. Get fucked!
Oh. That's not good.
16 piercing damage. I know there's a little hammer on it, but it's piercing.
Archie, are you dead?
No. I got healed back to full.
Archie, you're at risk of being dead.
That was exactly half my health.
So yes, Archie, you're at risk of being dead.
Second attack. Get dunked on. Only 6. Wait, how high did I roll on the? Oh, okay.
You rolled the same number. Oh, they're agile, so you rolled one higher the second time.
Yeah. All right, Archie, it's your turn.
I would like to go.
Oh, okay, cool.
I have a target now.
Turn.
I have that spell card that I grabbed out.
Yep.
Because these things look like they're made of wood, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if there's one thing I know about wood, is that it doesn't do well against fire. Sure. The spell cards just have a standard +5 to hit, I think is what I was reading.
I believe so. Cantrip card. Yes, +5 spell attack modifier.
Okay, so we're just gonna do this just because, and we're gonna re-roll that with a hero point.
Okay.
It's probably not gonna do it.
That's not gonna do it.
Okay.
Oof.
You've attracted attention.
Third action.
Well, yeah, let's just try a recall knowledge to see what these things might be weak against.
Okay.
What could I use? Religion?
It'd be Arcana or Crafting.
Okay. Oh, I can do crafting. Crafting's fine.
Okay. They don't appear to have any particular weaknesses other than the fact that they're fragile.
Okay. That's it.
Archie.
Okay, so
Run.
yeah, I think Archie's gonna double stride. 'Cause that would,
So that's 25.
yeah, and then can just get all the way to there with a double stride.
Yep.
And I think, yeah, just pinball through everybody.
Yep.
Just bleeding all over the place.
And for your next trick?
So, well, actually, I guess before he would have ran out, could he have used Evil Eye on
Sure.
the other one coming out of the back?
Sure. This one.
Yes. Okay.
Killing it.
So,
Well, if you keep fucking rolling 20-somethings, that's not gonna help us.
I don't know what to tell you.
Get good?
That's Archie's turn.
Oh,
He's bleeding a bit.
A bit. Oh my god! Just check P for party.
You mean? Oh, collides with the wall. Okay, there we go. Just gonna edge in front of the doll, and then it's going to unleash a barrage of words that feels and sounds like it is saying way more things than a person should be capable of saying in such a short time. And Baroom, I'm gonna need a will save.
Do you want me to make a will save, or do you have a macro? Public, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Oof.
Yeah.
All right. That's a success. All right. It's gonna do the same thing to Archie then.
It can see Archie, or it has line of effect, I guess.
Yeah, I can see Archie. Like, barely, but yes. That's fair.
I'm gonna do the same.
That's
No!
critical fail.
Oh, no!
It got worse.
It got worse!
Oh! Okay.
Oh, no!
How do I get to your effect and like I want to like put a duration on the condition and I don't know how. It's not letting me. Whatever. I'll remember. I won't. Alright, that's its turn. Doll. It's that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Okay. What's your speed? Okay.
Why is it that fast? It's got such tiny legs.
I don't know. It's just gonna reach out to you, Baroom, and as it does so, its hand glows a terrible, horrible, just an evil color. And I need you to make a fortitude save.
Okay,
As
good
it
news.
casts,
I'm colorblind in the dark, so it's not an evil color. It's just a color.
Beautiful. Let's cast that. That didn't give you a button, did it?
It didn't give me a button. Nope,
Amazing.
that's okay. I can
Thanks.
make a fortitude save.
Amazing.
What was that? Is that terrible?
What the fuck is my spell DC? That is a success.
Ooh, okay. Oh, wait, now the button appears? How'd you do that?
Because I chose which version of the spell I wanted.
Ah.
Great. Okay.
Okay.
I'm
gonna keep my roll if you don't mind.
Yeah, so you'll take half of that.
Okay.
And then it's gonna stab you. Because that was a one action.
Well, it's
it was a
gonna
one
try.
action harm.
Okay.
Hmm?
Ow.
Actually, this slash of the chisel. But, only 4.
Ow.
Alright, and Krohan still has yet to be useful. He delayed
We're all
his
in the
turn.
way.
He delayed his turn and was unable to find an opportunity to do anything until just now. Except honestly, like, the fuck does he do?
Does he have a ranged option?
He does. He's gonna pull out a short bow. Of course, this thing's got cover.
No, Krohan. Wrong crit, Krohan. Wrong crit. No, that's the most Krohan thing he could have done.
Great.
Good job, Krohan.
Okay. Baroom, it's your turn.
Animated assault. There. Or if that's not appropriate because it would hit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Reflex saves.
Well, get fucked, all of you.
One of the dolls failed.
Is there a...
Is there what?
It does. It says it deals 2d10 bludgeoning basic reflex save. Does that mean it does half on a...
Half on a success, yes.
Half on a failure. Or success, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So they all take damage.
Yep.
And then Baroom will...
Whoop, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to select that token. Damage. There we go.
Courageous Anthem, everybody.
Okay.
That's what they have.
Okie doke. Alrighty. It's the other doll's turn, and they are going to cast a 3rd rank 3 action harm. So I need everyone to make a fortitude save.
Oh wait, why don't I get Courageous Anthem? Why is it off? Courageous
I guess
Anthem.
Archie and Squire aren't in it.
Hold on.
Ain't that some shit?
Courageous Anthem has a bonus and saves against fear effects. Got it.
Yeah.
Thank God.
And then Krohan.
Crit success, Krohan. Crit success.
Doubt.
Hey, almost a crit success. And you know what? We'll take it.
Damage. So
It's half?
Save for half. Yeah.
Baroom's not looking so hot, you guys.
And the creepy gibbering thing gets healed.
Oh no. Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
Is it?
Yeah. It got healed by void. That means that it would be harmed by whatever the opposite of that is. I forget. Vitality. Thank you. I know it was positive and negative energy, and now it's something else.
Yeah.
Hey, Grom, do you have a 3-action heal? Grom, do you have a 3-action heal?
So something I learned about harm is that the 2-action version of heal makes it 30-foot range and adds 8 healing. But the 2-action version of harm makes it 30-foot range. And plus 8 healing if you're healing an undead. But does not do plus 8 damage. And that upsets me. I wanted to do 3d8 plus 24 damage.
But does the 2-action version of heal do an additional 8 damage?
I think
to negative
it does.
creatures?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, no. if you're healing a living creature, increase the hit points restored by 8.
Okay, so they are equivalent.
Yeah.
Pathfinder, you've regained your spot in the sun as the perfect game.
Yep. I was just
be
really
clear, not the
hoping to
best.
do 3d8 plus 24 damage to somebody, and it was taken from me.
I'm really sorry for you.
Yeah.
So, 15-foot line that comes from me can come from any spot on my square.
Yes.
So if I strode over to here and placed a 15-foot line there through the door
Or would you
in the
have
corner
to
of my square.
on Baroom?
I don't know that you can actually get there. I think you would have to be here, like, because this is all. That's a fucking pile of rubble. Which would mean it would have to go through Baroom.
We don't want that. I'll say no. Don't. What am I?
Don't target yourself.
I guess then I will do a 3-action heal. I wasn't going to, but
Okay.
I was trying to hit all of them and not just. We'll do a 3-action heal.
Spell slot what? Oh, you prepared it at first level.
First rank.
First rank, sorry.
Oops.
It says spell 1. Fuck off.
Okay. Let's see for half.
You guys can heal. I guess I need to heal too because I took some damage.
Yeah, you also need to heal. What are you talking
And
about?
fetch.
And fetch.
I forgot that 3-action harm went off.
You know, the
You know, just a
reason
little
that
thing
you
like a
decided
3-action
to
heal.
use a 3-action heal. Alright, Archie, you are stupefied.
Yep.
You hear that, Matt? You're stupid.
So using Patron's Puppet, do focus stuff, I guess, still activate the...
That's a spell.
Okay. Cool.
Great.
DC 5 flat check?
DC 5 plus stupefied value.
Okay.
7. Okay, so I lose a focus point.
Yep. But no actions, so that's good.
Yeah. At that point, I think yell at Squire, get out of the way. Let's see, what would that be?
Anyone else hearing the music twice? Oh, it's because I found reopen twice.
I was gonna say, I'm not. But I also keep the music fairly low so that I can...
Why
I
has
can
that never
think.
happened to me before? That's weird.
Function. I'm gonna try to evil eye the
Okay.
empath again.
Or is it just gonna do it when you...
Oh.
Yeah, how did you get this to a check?
Oh, I went to... There we go. Oh, I was on.
Oh, you hover over the status
Why?
and you click on that box.
Yeah.
Yay, you get to cast a spell. So who are you targeting?
The empath.
Okay.
They also
That's
critically succeed.
Such a big number.
Yeah, by the way, many much good at will.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah. Yep. And then I'm gonna try to do
They have
another
minimum
spell
plus
and cast.
10 modifier.
No.
Okay.
Oh no.
Try to cast shield. Doesn't work.
Great. And with your third action?
That was all three. Told Squire to move to give space. If Krohan wanted to get more into the area.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Unfeeling empath.
What is the deal? Oh, okay. That's not its body. That's its neck and its shoulders. That's a bust.
Yeah.
I thought it had like a weird goiter neck, and those were its weird little legs.
Yeah, no. It's
That's worse. I don't like it. That's worse. No.
Yeah, it's not great.
It is going to drink Archie's emotions. So it's going to gain some health. Wow, congratulations. Slap that effect on him. Ah. Now I need to learn how counteract works. Where's the counteract piece?
Yeah, counteract was a button we had the option for. I couldn't figure out what that meant though.
I rolled big counteract. I don't know what the DC is.
I assume you pass it, but I don't know what counteract means.
What is the DC? DC of the effect being counteracted. If modifier or DC is missing, the GM might want to improvise one using level-based DCs. Great. Cool. Alright. 26 definitely going to be a level-based DC, which means that its Cathartic Howl gets to be a 30-foot cone.
What?
That's
Should
unfortunate.
have fucking moved. I should have fucking moved.
Yay, Squire!
So I need everyone in the area to make a will save.
There's no button.
Yes,
there is. I'm lying. I can read it.
Is this a fear effect?
No, it's auditory, emotion, mental, sonic, as it howls cathartically.
Archie feels bad.
I don't think Archie's getting through this one.
How does Fetch feel anything?
Hey, you take that back.
So it's save for half because it's a basic save. Archie takes double because he critically failed. Hilariously, his initiative does not change, despite. Wait, why didn't it automatically make you dying if you're at 0 hit points?
I don't know.
That's weird. I'm confused.
Maybe it's because you go to dying at the top of your turn or something?
You don't though. You're dying as soon as.
Isn't there a weird rule where you... Do you have a... I don't know.
I applied dying. You also have
And dying
persistent
applied.
mental damage.
And dying applied a lot of other things.
Yes. Dying applied many other things. Is everybody... Yeah, how's everyone looking? Wait, I didn't apply.
Terrible, I hate this, it's great.
Krohan succeed? Yeah. Okay. And he successfully counteracted the drink emotions. That's turn. Doll. We're doing a stab.
Oh wait, sorry. I fucked up majorly because I deleted the AOE.
Right.
No. It's when I sustain it that it's gonna do damage, not when they start their turn. Sorry.
Ah. Yes.
Okay. Anyways, back to you, Jim.
Doll. Doing a stab.
Yep. Probably. Thank God.
Oop.
Map.
Nope. It's going to attempt to tumble through your space.
Will I reactive strike them?
Uh-huh.
So wait.
Nailed it.
Nice.
And that's gonna try and stab Grom.
Map.
Map. You're mapping.
Fuck!
Wow. Garbage damage. Krohan sees the thing he can hit with his pick. So he's gonna
Crit
pull
it, Krohan. Krohan the crit. Come on.
He's gonna pull out his pick. That's one action. And then he's gonna swing his kick. Ha!
No, Krohan.
Krohan.
No.
Do I go for map or do I go for right hand man? Let's go with right hand man. He's going to prepare to aid an attack against this doll. Baroom.
Sustain the
Okay.
Hold on.
Which
Sustain
is
the
that?
animated assault. So
You just slap that. bit
Oh,
down.
you know what? That's a lie. First Courageous Anthem to expire it.
Mhm.
And then sustain the spell.
Okay.
So that's gonna do 8 damage.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm just gonna.
Basic reflex.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to. I can't hit cast because I'm out of spell slots.
If you go to the left side of it, there's like a chat bubble that pops up.
Yep. Hover over the icon.
Oh, nice. Never mind. I'm sorry. I would have done that instead.
Okay.
Alright, so now they take 4 and 8 respectively.
Yep.
And then, so Courageous Anthem, sustain is 1 action, yeah?
Yes.
And then... Can I step or do I have to stride?
Where are you trying to go?
Because it's difficult terrain. Nope, that's a
Where are you trying
wrong
to go?
thing. Baroom's gonna scooch here.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's difficult terrain. You can't step into.
So, yeah, that's stride. They stride 1 to the left.
Okay.
Just the end.
Okay. It's the other doll. Who is going to.
Enough.
Too much.
So it's gonna be a stride to here and then a tumble through.
Yeah, good luck. I have massive reflex. So
You were
big.
saying?
So much many reflexes.
Look at all those reflex. Look at how. Yeah, I can.
All right. We're attacking. You're off guard because flanked.
Thank fuck.
Did it account for flank?
No.
Can small creatures flank? I mean, you
Can
have
tiny
to.
creatures flank?
Tiny creatures,
Maybe
sorry.
not.
Adding it to the list.
Thank
I'm
you.
assuming since it didn't do it automatically that they can't, but didn't matter in this particular circumstance.
Would it have turned it into a crit? I guess is my
No.
question.
No.
Okay,
It was
then
hit by
it
two.
doesn't matter.
Grom.
Fetch smash.
Okay. So Krohan readied to aid in attacking the doll, but Fetch is attacking a different doll.
Oh, that's fine. So Grom is going to Gouging Claw. This one.
This one?
The one above me.
Okay. So
Well,
Krohan
that'll
will
be
aid
the-
with that.
And then, oh, cool. And then you get combat, or you get off guard against both, I guess. Functionally.
So that's a critical aid, so you get +2.
Aid plus 2. That's a hit.
That's a hit.
That's
Roll damage.
Who's the construct that's bleeding now?
Not bleeding.
Oh, fuck off! How is Fetch not immune to bleed, but these
Because
things are?
we've been over this. Animal companions are supposed to be fucking animals.
Okay, so now fetch smash.
These dolls are not looking good. Like they're very damaged.
Snap.
Fetch now.
Fetch smash.
That's a hit.
Damage.
Donk.
Oh, thank God. Fetch also didn't get a bonus from flanking, it looks like.
I mean, I might have. I don't know what the doll's AC was.
But, like, you see the bonuses.
It did apply off guard flanked. That won't show up in the bonuses. It shows up in AC penalty.
Oh, okay, got it. Because sometimes you see the little minus. Okay.
You'll see it for you because you're allowed to see your AC. You won't see it for enemies because you're not allowed to see their AC.
Understood. Never mind.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Archie. That's a list of conditions.
Uh-huh.
If I just moved past you, does that do things? Doesn't matter how much damage it does. But if I apply the damage, does that...
Increase your dying condition?
It didn't.
Yeah, so it just says dying 1.
Alright, you are now dying 2. Go ahead and roll recovery check for the persistent. Failure. And then a recovery check.
For dying?
Yep. Wait, persistent damage is... persistent damage is the end of your turn, so the recovery check is before that.
Okay. Is there... I haven't been dying yet. Is there a button for it, or is it just...
It should have been...
At the start of my turn, if memory serves, there was a little skull button.
Yeah. But...
Let's see... I don't see... that. I just get the list of all the conditions.
Right.
see if I click on dying. But if I click this one, will it allow me to...
Nope.
What's the DC of the recovery check? Why is this not built in? Flat check, DC 10 plus dying value.
So 11 right now because you're dying 1.
Yep.
Okay, and
There's
that's
a
just
recovery check on
42.
your character sheet next to the dying thing.
Ah.
Oh, okay. So,
Ooh. Okay. So you're now dying 0? Because this is supposed to have happened before you took mental damage.
Yeah.
if I'd go to 0, take mental damage, go back to 1.
I think you would go to 2 because when you clear dying,
With the wounded.
you become wounded.
Okay.
Jesus, that's awful.
Oh no, there's a death spiral that happens real quick.
Yeah. Archie takes it. Okay. Which can, dying 2. Well, that's awful.
Okay. So I recovered and only went to dying 2.
Correct. Alright. Empath. Grom. We're gonna goad. Ah. Give me a will save. Fuck you.
Okay.
I'm just gonna move your token real quick. Okay, cool. Why is Krohan like weirdly? Oh, he got shoved because of the Z scatter. Okay. Krohan's gonna get goaded then. Someone's getting goaded.
Yeah, he probably is.
Keep your fucking thoughts to yourself. Krohan the crit master only crits. Sometimes he doesn't, but he gets close.
Yep.
Krohan's so upset about the knife, he's immune to mental damage. You can't hurt me more than I hurt myself.
Doll. The one that isn't dying. Or dead, rather. I guess we're stabbing Grom. The doll ran out of things to do.
Thank God.
Other than stab.
No.
Yeah. Big damage. More stab. Fuck.
Fantastic.
We tumbling. Fuck. Alright. Well, its turn ends immediately. Its movement ends, and that was its last action, so its turn ends. Alright, Krohan.
Kill the doll, Krohan, please.
Nah, he's going for the empath. This motherfucker loves flanking.
He's going for the flank. He's going for the flank. I don't know. Yes, Krohan! Yes!
I would like to point out that the flank was the difference in critting.
Oh, God. Was it the flank or the
Excuse
courageous
me?
flank?
Hang on, chat needs to see this. Krohan, Why? Do it again, buddy. You got this. Sure.
He's gonna do more damage than just a normal hit. No, he's gonna do the same, but it's fine.
Oh, fucking Christ.
Oh god, good job, buddy.
Baroom.
Alright, Courageous Anthem. No, wait, why is it not popping? Did it not? Cast. There it goes. Everybody gets Courageously Anthemed. And, Baroom is gonna Force Barrage.
Okie doke.
So, can I choose?
Choose
No.
target for each shard individually.
Yeah, so there's gonna be 2 shards.
Okay.
So that's the first one's gonna go against the doll. Does it die?
I believe they are simultaneous.
Oh, do they all? You choose the target for each shard individually. So I can't see if the doll dies and then shoot the other one at the empath. I don't know if I have to. I have to. I'm not gonna lose sleep over it.
I'm gonna know.
It does say if you shoot more than one shard at the same target, combine the damage before applying bonuses or penalties. So I would assume that they would be simultaneous.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then both go to the doll.
Okie doke.
Done.
The-
And then the second bolt, just make sure it's extra dead.
Yep. Got a double tap.
That's it.
All right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Grom. Archie's not doing great.
Yeah, I was looking up administering first aid.
Yeah.
It's still a pretty high DC.
What's DC? 15 plus dying value. Yeah.
I guess it's not.
It's DC 17 with your plus 11 medicine.
I'll use an action to get out the healer's toolkit and attempt to stabilize Archie.
Okie doke. Killed it.
Okay.
And that's
Okay.
my whole turn.
So
Do I lose any wounded conditions with that?
no. But you do lose the dying condition.
And you don't
And you don't
gain
gain more wounded?
wounded too. I imagine you don't, because it doesn't say so. That would be fucking bullshit. It's possible.
So you won't make a roll at the start of your turn, but at the end of your turn you'll take damage and go to dying again.
Yeah.
Is dying 3 dead?
Dying 4 is dead.
Okay. Krohan, I'd love it if you could kill the empath sooner rather than later.
Alright. Archie. Persistent mental damage. 1. You take no damage. But... Yay!
Okay.
Um,
Are you dying 1 now? No, dying 3?
Dying 2?
If your wounded value didn't go up, I guess you go back to dying 2.
Anytime you lose the dying condition, you gain wounded or increase your wounded value by 1. So
you're
yeah, you are.
dying
So
3?
I wounded 2, so I'd go to dying 3.
Yep. Yep.
But not dead yet.
Not dead yet, and also no longer taking persistent damage.
That's the big one.
Yeah.
Is he still stupefied? I don't know how many rounds that was supposed to last.
That has just ended.
This one of your conditions gone. You're welcome.
Technically, it'll. Yes. I really want to go Krohan. Come on, Krohan. Just roll something.
Please, Krohan, please.
Damn it!
Thank God.
Don't drink your emotions. Fine.
Why do you think Krohan's deep despair would be a tasty emotion?
Doing it again. Hell yeah.
Fuck.
Stupefy this bitch. And then we're gonna drink the emotions.
Hold on. Is Godin got an auditory effect? No, it's emotion, mental, and occult. It doesn't have the visual trait.
Nope. Nor auditory. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Moving on.
Apply healing. And it has blink emotions. That's his turn.
You don't have to cast a spell, Krohan. Just cast the spell of pick.
Cast donk.
Yes. Preferably. Oh, it's only a hit. Okay.
Only a hit. Big hit. Yeah, Matt. Wow, buddy. Terrible.
That's a 2 on the dice. I was so confused. I was like, you need to roll the attack before you roll the damage.
Krohan's gonna move over here and tell Grom that he's got a healing potion in the pack. Baroom.
Okay. Courageous Anthem. Everybody gets it back. And fuck, I'm out of spell slots. Baroom is going to the Baroom is going to cast a protector tree.
Oh,
I think. Can I just click it, or how do I cast it?
So there is a module that I added to the game for staves, and it just straight up doesn't work, unfortunately.
Okay, that's
My
fine.
Foundry has been updated past.
No, and I lied about the protector mushroom. Baroom is going to cast Follower of the Spore Shepherd. and just
Okay.
make a little mushroom.
That is a 3-action spell.
It says that it's 2. Hold, please. I could be wrong.
Summon planted fungus.
See,
Where-
see. No, I'm clicking on that. That's why. See for character sheet. Oh, I was wrong. All right, protractor tree. That's the 2-action one. Well then, fuck it. That's the one that I cast. The one that I said that I cast. That's the one that I cast. Can you delete
Cool.
the thing?
Oh,
Ah,
So
and
that-
now I'm looking at the common mushroom. The mushroom's so big.
you're welcome.
Fucking love it. Yeah, giant mushroom grows. Not there. It's gonna grow.
Should probably be here, so it's adjacent to all of you.
Yeah, exactly. And I have to stop seeing as the mushroom because everything looks like I'm dead when I do that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's it. That's my turn.
Okay. Grom.
I'm going to use an action to pull the healing potion out of Krohan's pack.
Okay.
And then it's another action to give it to Archie.
Yep.
We'll do that.
Yep.
What type of potion was it?
It's in your inventory.
Okay, cool.
I have just moved it there. I even put it in your hand.
Jesus Christ!
Nice.
Do you get the apply healing button, Matt? Okay.
Yeah.
All those effects don't go away though.
And then we'll tell Fetch to punch.
No more dying. 3 wounded. That's as far as Fetch can get.
20 feet, yep.
Okay. That's a yes.
That's it, that's my turn.
Archie, you're conscious.
Oh god, I'm awake again.
You're prone.
Yeah.
There's so many fucking rules open. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm proud of my protector mushroom token.
I'm
Yeah,
very proud of it.
I gave it transparency, so now you can see things under it.
It is very helpful.
Archie
That's
is
amazing.
going to telekinetically projectile a rock at this guy's face.
Okay. Are you gonna stand up first? Because you get a -2 penalty to attack rolls while you're prone.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, he'll stand up then.
Okay.
So okay. Wait a minute, do I
Right click the prone status.
Oh, I was clicking off guard and I was like, why isn't this going away?
Yup. Can't get rid of that while you're
That
prone.
would be why.
Unless you're
Alright,
legendary in acrobatics and you take the fast crawl or some shit feat.
That'll
Hit. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. So this, I don't see anywhere to say crit on this, so hopefully it has a...
Critical success, double damage. They are destroyed,
Oh! Wake up, kill the fucker.
it says. Wow. That got hairy.
Yes.
What did you learn?
Dolls are bad.
When the creepy dolls show up, don't ask questions, just kill them.
Need fire spells so I can just burn houses down for this.
Need non-will spells. Jesus fuck.
The dolls have +6 will.
Just to clarify, also lessons learned. To clarify, lessons will not be learned. Chaining encounters together, what could possibly go wrong?
So that was actually one encounter.
Yes, but there's theoretically a way in which we could have had like the dolls for a couple of rounds, like a round or two.
Sure. But also, maybe don't stand in a choke point when the enemy has AoEs.
Well, how were we supposed to know that the dolls had
You
magic?
ate so many AoEs.
Oh, just to clarify, I'm aware. And I'm not the one that dropped. I'm the tank.
Yeah, well, Archie got stabbed in the fucking Achilles before he could leave.
Yeah, I also find it hilarious. Squire took no damage.
Yeah, Squire
They
was
were like
conveniently around a corner.
Why do you think the second I had a spare action to move, Baroom's just like, I'm gonna stand not in this line.
Yeah, I think I had one opportunity to get out of the line, and I didn't use it. But it's also good that I didn't, because now where I ended up was right next to where Archie went unconscious. So I was able to pull out the healer's kit and get him back to, not dying in the same turn.
Yep.
I would like to take an extended rest.
Yeah, I was gonna say Archie would like to petition to go to somewhere we're not gonna be murdered and then sleep.
Do we want to sleep next to the puppet corpse?
No. Because there's also a creature living in a silo right next.
But this door closes.
But there's more doors in the back.
Oh, were there doors in the back? I couldn't see that.
Yeah. Yeah, this building is attached to the next building.
There's a next building?
Yeah, this one.
Oh. This one. Okay.
I mean, there's another one over here. But, like, Archie saw a door here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I was too distracted by the corpse having tea. I didn't see the door. Excuse me.
The what having what?
Oh, you didn't ever go inside. The dolls were playing house. There's a corpse with no legs, with needles in its arms, drinking tea.
Wires through its arms.
Sorry, not wires. God is telling me. Sorry, not needles. God is telling me they're wires.
I want to just pick up the doll that's behind me and unceremoniously just like throw it back into the house.
I would like to stop this. Baroom is like, no, we're gonna burn these. Just to clarify, there will be no coming back, no throwing them. I need to see them burn to cinders.
Just a
Well,
reminder
you do that. I'm
there's
gonna
a
start.
pile of coal.
Yeah, do it away from the coal. Away from the coal.
Or use the coal.
Or use the coal.
Oh yeah, take the coal, but I was gonna take some before we left anyway.
Yeah, I just ask. Baroom would just turn to Squire and go, and hope that translates roughly in Martin to get me some coal so I can burn these monsters.
It's spilled all over the ground.
Oh, right. This tower spilled. Sorry, I forgot that part. Yeah. Take a couple and burn all 3 corpses, actually, if we're being entirely honest. Not sure if these things can come back. Don't intend on finding out while we're trying to rest.
any thoughts to the fact that fire makes light, and light is very visible at great
Yes,
distances?
very much so.
Yes, that fact is why Baroom would like to stay in the house. We can just draw the curtain and we don't have to look at the tea corpse. But staying, like, camping out in an unprotected open plateau area seems even more unsafe. We can barricade the doors on either side. We have the rocks. Or just tell Fetch to sleep in front of that door. And find out before Fetch does if it's a pull or push door, such that it doesn't, like, Fetch, barricade the door, and then it just opens the other direction.
What do you mean? Fetch is smart. My boy. -4 int.
Yeah, I mean,
Nothing going on behind the eyes.
Fetch barricade door. Squire can like just chill on the roof of the building and yell if anything comes up to the door.
But yeah, I would say stay in the house. Yes, there is a corpse, but like there's walls and blockable. There's no line of sight, I guess.
I don't smell anything, so it can't be that fresh of a corpse.
How desiccated was it?
Pretty fucking desiccated.
Okay.
Yeah. Not as concerned about the corpse as the door in the back, and then there's also another corner.
Yeah, so Baroom would, I guess, search the house without opening any doors.
You don't go anywhere yet. Get your ass over here and sit down. It'll be your turn in a second.
Okay.
Is it safe to assume that you're going to spend an hour plus just treating everyone's wounds?
Yeah.
Feel free to just... Everyone's full health.
Okay.
Like that's just, it's just a lot of dice, and no one is so low that critical failure is liable to knock them down.
Okay. It would only really matter for Archie, I guess. And no one's... You already saved against the ongoing mental, so I suppose that's not the concern.
Yeah, and then as soon as I get treat wounds, my wounded goes away.
On a
wounded.
Success, you lose the wound condition, yes. Yeah.
And
a critical failure only does 1d8 damage, so, like, the odds of Grom critically failing to heal you enough times to do 14 damage to you, pretty fucking low. And if you got below 8 health, it would just be like, okay, let's wait till tomorrow, and I will have regained some hit points.
I will go in an order such that Grom is last.
Okay.
This is a typical thing with Grom. He always heals himself last.
Okay.
Archie, Baroom, Fetch, Krohan. Because Krohan didn't take much damage.
He's just gonna treat himself.
Okay.
Treat yourself.
If reasonable,
that really
I
tickled
think...
you.
Yes, it did. While that's happening, Baroom would just try and recall knowledge on Archie said that they're like partial souls trapped in bodies.
Yep.
Trapped in constructs of some thing. I guess Baroom would try and recall knowledge, like, have they heard anything before about, like, a lost gnome tribe or shit, Sephroblim? I'm not gonna remember the name of the Underdark gnomes. Drathnalar. Any lost Drathnalar, like, parties that left however long ago. That's like deep, deep, deep cut. I don't even know if that's possible.
I'm wondering what you're getting after.
Who's the corpse, or who could the corpse have been, and who could the doll souls have been?
Gotcha.
Like, whilst waiting for healing, sort of poking around, trying to gather any information about this. What did we say it was? Like a workshop, kind of?
Yeah.
Or like it smacks of like a little working workstation outpost.
Yeah. To that point, the corpse is wearing heavy, sturdy clothing, like thick denim, and a leather apron. So clearly some kind of crafter.
But otherwise, no, like, I don't know how gnomes organize themselves. No clan logo. No clan markings, no religious markings.
Nope.
Tattoos, shit like that. Okay. There's not enough really there to try and, like, justify a lore check, lore sort of recall knowledge on, so it doesn't feel fair. It feels fishing.
There is what appears to be a tattoo on the inner forearm, but the skin is so desiccated that it's pretty fucking twisted and warped and hard to identify. That said, it bears resemblance to the silver plaque.
Oh, the gnomish Kama Sutra.
Vague gnomish smut is the phrase I used.
Yes, and that's Baroom's like, oh, people get lonely down in the mines. It's like a pinup. Yeah, if there's time, like we're spending time waiting to be healed, everything else like that, I think Baroom would consult with Archie, like, hey, it's like, sort of weird, looks like a sex thing. Does this like recall, like, look to anything to you, like anything to you? And would show you the plaque.
Yeah, Archie's like, yeah, sure.
Archie, give me a religion check.
Yeah.
This is gonna be secret. Yeah, so this isn't smut at all in any way whatsoever. This is depicting the apotheosis of Nivi Rambadazzle. She just happens to be naked.
How am I supposed to know them? You weird flesh creatures and your weird shit. It looked like a sex thing, I assumed. And also, there's always paths behind waterfalls. Everyone knows this.
So Aren, you critically failed your identify check on that.
No shit. Yeah. So Baroom would be like, I mean,
actually,
they're naked.
I just realized that should have been a Dwarven Pantheon check, not just religion.
Do you have?
Yeah, Nivi Rambadazzle is a gnomish deity, but she was elevated to demigodhood by Torog.
No shit. That's really cool.
And this depicts that activity.
Demigods, sex thing. You see where I think I followed a logical train of thought. Okay.
Yeah.
How long does your mushroom last? 1 minute.
It's gone. I just can't delete it.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm out of spells, so I would appreciate resting. After I like Baroom would not want to lose eye contact with the dolls and would like make sure that they were burned.
Okay. But you're burning them inside?
Inside. If there's a fireplace inside, that'd be awesome. If there's not, then just
There is not.
a small fire.
Yeah.
In a corner that makes sense.
There's a
After
wash
we have
basin.
Sure. After we have made sure that all the doors are blocked with rocks.
Okay.
That's all Aren have.
Okay. So when you burn them and nothing burnable remains, all that remains is what is very clearly the shattered fragment of what was at one point a larger gemstone in each of them.
Okay.
And I think that's where we'll end the session. You can continue exploring this hell house, or yeah, I mean you could spend several hours here trying to sleep and undie. But we'll cover that next time on Pathfinder. Thanks for being here.
Yay!
Yay!
We made it like 100 feet from where we started.
I saw you measuring.
That's very. I was wondering. I saw a measuring thing, and I was very afraid that it was you, June. So I was like, I'm just gonna not make eye contact with the ruler in case something is happening.
In case that glyph goes off.
Yeah, I saw a ruler, and I was like, I'm just gonna pretend that's not happening. The monster at the other end of the ruler can't hurt you. If it's not, if the ruler doesn't go over you, it's okay.
If I don't want you to see the ruler, I will use the measurement circle template, because I can drag that however I want, and it won't show up until I let go.
Yes, but also like as just a general rule, if I see you measuring, I avoid. Yeah. Like I don't like that level of metagame of like you're measuring. There's something over there.
There's also a setting for me to hide my ruler, but sometimes I want to use the ruler to indicate things, so I leave it visible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for being here, everybody. If you're watching us on Twitch, check us out on YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube, check us out on Twitch.
Absolutely.
All five Twitch viewers, 4 of whom are us. And one of whom is one of our partners.
It counts.
It counts. So yeah, we're here. We have Discord. The Twitch is twitch.tv/thegildedtroll, youtube.com/thegildedtroll, discord.thegildedtroll.tv.
It's excellent.
Do the things. Join the everything. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
We'll see you next time on Pathfinder.